When preparing for your CELPIP test, it's important that you understand Paragon's general terms of service, as well as those for test sessions and instructional materials. Each user agrees to these terms when they register for the test. Let's take a look at one particular section called Test Integrity, No Cheating. It says you must not cheat when you take a test. All answers must come from you alone, not from someone else. You must not memorize or copy answers. You must not help anyone else cheat on a test. Section 8. Paragon gives you a score based on original, unassisted, spontaneous test responses. What does this mean? By original, we mean that your test responses must not be based on memorized responses you have studied. By unassisted, we mean that you did not get help from anyone or anything when giving your response. By spontaneous, we mean that your test responses are thought up by you on test day, after reading the test question. You could look at it this way. In order for you to obtain a valid score that accurately reflects your English proficiency, you need to demonstrate your real English ability. If you memorize a response created by someone else, it becomes difficult to prove your true English level. Your chances of achieving a valid and accurate score get even more complicated if you memorize the same response as other test takers. Imagine this situation. You go online and you find a complete response that is meant to be used for a speaking or writing task. You decide to use it when you take the test, and you replace keywords and phrases to match the specific question you have to answer. But many other test takers also see this website, and they decide to use this exact same response. Now your response is very similar to those of other test takers, and does not reflect how you would naturally respond to test questions. Even though you didn't copy your response from those other test takers, it becomes quite obvious that this was a response memorized for a particular task, and that it does not reflect your true English level. It is possible that your score may be invalidated for breaching Paragon's service terms. Okay, so you might be wondering, how can I avoid these problems as I prepare for the speaking or writing test? Isn't memorization a part of learning a language? Yes, it is. But there is a difference between learning useful phrases for common situations and memorizing complete responses that are clearly meant for a specific speaking or writing task on the CELPIP test. The best way to prepare for a test is to use the study products and programs available through our website. You can visit this bookstore by going to celpip.ca and clicking on Study Materials. There are 2 free practice tests that you can take on the CELPIP website and in your CELPIP account. You could also take a general English class that will raise your overall English level, or you could take a CELPIP preparation course to learn effective test-taking strategies and become familiar with the format of the test. Just avoid material that is presented as a script for a specific speaking or writing task. The other thing you can do to prepare for a test is get out and speak English as much as you can. Make friends with English speakers. Join a sports team or a meetup group. Build your vocabulary by reading English texts and watching English movies. In other words, try to make English a part of every day.